It's week 1 of the 2022 season, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Giants and the Titans, and it comes your way next.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Tennessee Titans. Joined by Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin with you as always for another NFL season. Exciting to get this thing going once again, CD. And we've found ourselves saying this for several seasons now, but the Tennessee Titans and their fans wondering, is this the year? Can they get over the playoff hump? And the long road to those playoffs begins here today against the New York Giants.
If we go back to last season, we certainly think this is a favorable matchup for the Titans, right? Because they were 12-5, the #1 seed in the AFC for the first time since 2008, before being upset at home by Cincinnati, who went on to the Super Bowl. The Giants, well, last year was just abysmal, 4-13, and they've only made the playoffs once since winning it all in 2011. So let's face it, history, right now it's on Tennessee's side, but it's still opening day, and optimism reigns for both teams.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
There were a few eyebrows raised when Tennessee took Malik Willis in the 3rd round this year, but rest assured, Ryan Tannehill is still the man in Tennessee after leading the Titans to the top seed in the AFC last season. His 12 wins were the most he's posted in 9 seasons as an NFL starter, and he's only the 3rd quarterback to lead the Titans to 3 playoff appearances in the NFL, joining Steve McNair and Warren Moon.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Looking for Woods that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this time.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants will take over possession here up at the 44. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. The time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. For a moment. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing Jones. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreaming.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. That'll be complete to Cook. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3. First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. And he will have a Titans first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Down carry for Henry, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's Tannehill. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Jones. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Giant... Turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Next possession coming up for Ryan Tannehill and the Titans offense. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one downfield to Burks. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Haskins now on 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. This is caught. It's Woods. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now it's Tannehill. Caught on the slant. A gain of 7 that time, second goal. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Tannehill intercepted again. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the draw, this is Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Jones throw taken in by Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. From the 39, Jones. A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man downfield is Woods. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill steps away to the sideline. And wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Let's go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play action. It's Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Off play action, Tannehill. This is Phillips yet again. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. But Charles, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy on the perimeter, he makes you go.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Out to his left. And brought in downfield by Burks. And give him a full 10 yards there. 2nd and goal. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles. And that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Kiki Cutie, well over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Alan Lazard, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. James Robinson, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. And meanwhile, for the Titans, they had a little more success than their counterparts did in the passing game, as evidenced by the numbers there. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. We'll remind you that coming up tonight, the first Sunday nighter of the new season. And how about this for a matchup? The Buccaneers and the Cowboys from Dallas, 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday night, just one game here in Week 1 this year. And it'll pit the Broncos and Seahawks as Russell Wilson makes his Bronco debut. And, of course, where is it? Seattle. Coincidence? We'll let you decide. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Jones. That'll be caught. It's Tony. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, 52 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the third. They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Caught by Woods. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Tannehill finding Woods for the Titans' first down. Henry up the middle. Azeez Ojulari pushing in and dropping him.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill on the move to his left. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Now Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Second down, here's Barkley again. Room here to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 77 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jones on 3rd down. Cook makes the catch on the out route. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things because it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Phillips. And he will have a Titans first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Now Tannehill. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Tannehill. It's complete, Burks. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. 3rd and 7 now. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
They'll take over their 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Throwing Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. From the right hash, this from 33. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover, and were able to drive it down, Charles, but ultimately in the end, the defense holds up, and they only come away with the 3 points.
Yeah, they gave up a lot of ground, but when they had to, they settled in and prevented the interception from leading to 6 points. Because you never want to see turnovers turn into any type of points against you, but better to give up 3 than 6.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL. Back now in Nashville. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the air again, Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Phillips. And he will have a Titans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And he's got his big tight end here. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And now here is another